Ooh, techno music is going down. We're live on the internet, ladies and gentlemen, almost on time. Only 3 minutes late this time, unless you count the fact that we should have started at 9, in which case, yeah, all my fault. Byron, sir, I hand the con over to you. This is your game. Don't kill my character.
Today or
ever?
General?
No, ever.
Ever?
I want to live forever.
Welcome, guys, to Myth Brigade and another episode of Night's Black Agents. It's been about a month since we've been here, getting ready to kick this off and get some things. You'll see, in absence of, sadly, one of our characters, Tyler had to pursue other adult tasks, and so he is no longer able to join us. So we will have a little surprise for Red Lily's character later today. But anyhow, welcome, and glad to have everybody. Feel free to punch that subscribe button and like this video when you see it on YouTube also. So, all right, with that in view, so let's go around the horn real quick. Tara, how you doing tonight?
I am great. Ready to kill and be killed.
How is Dr. Mitchell evolving from her last episode with the old woman?
Getting down to brass tacks here. Terry is more determined than ever to get in there and take down this vampire network
Cool.
before they continue to hurt others.
Absolutely. Mr. Dan Kaplan, Johnny Walcott, how's it going?
I just want to know for the moment I'm blind. My computer monitor setup just like blinked just before you said my name.
No, nice.
All right, that's
Oh, there we go. I can see you guys again. There you are.
He's
All right.
That's what
watching.
happens sometimes. Johnny loses control of his group. No, just kidding.
That's right. As if I ever had control. No, everything's good. Just looking forward to like slaying the big D tonight, if possible.
Nah, you're not going to slay the big D tonight, but soon, I can see.
Wait a
There will
minute.
be
Why are you
confrontation.
limiting us? Why are you doing that right now? You limit us. We're going to
He's
kill
not
that
on
big.
the same continent that you are.
Oh. No, well, that's fine. We're,
And you have,
fun.
you have an hour and like 20 minutes. Like,
can we at least get a good deal on airfare to go to the continent that the Big D's on? Can we agree that
yeah,
that?
you guys can like get your own plane.
Yeah.
So,
I
like,
just
yeah.
want to say that ICBMs do not require you to be within close proximity. In
No,
fact,
they
it's better
do
that way.
require you to have some control over them.
Oh, damn it.
So, unfortunately,
Details.
Yeah.
Can we throw all of our networking
can.
together
Absolutely.
in a pool to help that?
You could get a book on ICBMs from the library. It'll be a very detailed book, though.
Oh, that's good.
That's about as close as you're getting to an ICBM.
I bet you that the manuals to operate an ICBM are probably still only on like multi-plastic binders, like nowhere electronically.
Yeah, they're like, it's gonna take you like at least 5 episodes to read that book. for
The best
sure.
analog systems of 1967, still running them today.
That you're not lying there. All right, Brent, how you doing tonight?
Not bad. I've been really excited for this one because I feel like we're gonna break a bunch of shit open tonight.
Are you?
Like, I think we can.
Gonna break some vampire caps?
No, I hope so. I mean, if that's in the works, but
Possible.
also breaking into some more mysteries.
Or at least breaking and entering.
But breaking and entering, definitely.
A very common thing with us, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, it's not breaking and entering if you're super spies that are trying to hunt down Dracula, right? It's not illegal.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's only illegal if you're caught anyway, but all right. And then last but not least, Mr. Jason Jones. How's Evan doing?
Evan's doing just fine. I live to see, and I live to serve the mistress mostly. But outwardly, yeah, I can't wait to see what happens when, Dracula is proven to be an alien and we're able to make contact with his civilization and they come to rule us all.
So technically, wouldn't you already be in contact with a civilization?
I don't know. I don't know what the connection is between the mistress and... Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I am preparing a care package, though, for the first time we meet him. Some denture cream and a variety of, hygiene products that he can use.
I mean, does he really need denture cream though? I mean, it
He
seems to me
will.
like-
He will when Tesla's
Oh,
finished
he
with
will.
him.
He will. It will need
Yeah.
That's right.
If you only take his teeth and he's still alive, I think you got
Oh,
problems.
dude, that would be amazing. He'd just be
Yeah.
like, no, you said that.
Yeah.
Blah blah.
Life imprisonment. There you
I'm
go.
glad we're
That's-
almost all
that's
here,
right.
though, Byron. I will say that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Rock on. All right. So with that in mind, when we last left off, you guys had just wrapped up things from the flat apartment that was built over top of the remains of Carfax, which anybody who has read Bram Stoker's Dracula would have known that is where the asylum and also where Redfield was, and the Red Room where Van Helsing supposedly
All right, so I'm bringing this
Anyway,
back.
here we are.
Bringing this back. I'm bringing this back.
said that's not going to work.
Now that, ladies and gentlemen, Tara's laptop survived the drop,
Yay!
Thank
I
goodness.
guess. Hey, the one thing that we didn't mention, that we should mention, Byron, every chance we get, is that Myth Brigade will be attending Chaosium Con this year in April in force. So if you guys happen to see this online, you can get your tickets. They're like $100. It's in Ann Arbor, Michigan. And what the hell's that place called? The hotel? I don't remember.
Eagles Crest.
Something. Yeah, the Eagles. That's
Eagles
right.
Crest in
Yeah.
Ypsilanti. It's actually
Ypsilanti.
Ypsilanti, which is a suburb of Ann Arbor, I believe.
Yes. You guys can hang out.
It's a lot more fun to say, though.
Yes, hang out with us, drink some libations, and we're going to go baboon shopping at some point. There's a. So anyway,
Yeah, we are.
Byron, we're back.
All right, so back to where we left off, which
Yeah.
was, so you guys had finished off the area that was the flat that had grown over, or was built over top of Carfax, and the abandoned crypt there that had it had been used, but not for quite some time. You guys managed to sabotage that so that
Yay!
if Dracula was to retreat there like he did in the Stoker's Dracula, that it should hopefully prevent him from being able to find refuge there. And Beth left him a nasty little Christmas gift.
That's
like
right.
The Grinch. Like the Grinch. So anyway, so you guys had moved to the other side of London and Kingstead Cemetery. So you guys had finished up during the afternoon at Carfax, and so had headed over to Kingstead Cemetery. Are you going to go in the afternoon?
Well, it's not night yet, so
It is not.
yeah, I think we should go.
Get an idea of lay of the land. Maybe put some surveillance up or something.
Yeah, and remind me again, the flowers on here, that's not the right cemetery. What is here exactly that we were looking at?
You guys were looking at Kingstead Cemetery because it was the resting place of Lucy Westenra,
It's where they found the brooch as well. Yeah.
and where Ring found the brooch. Apparently, was in a crypt here.
Do we know the circumstances around that? Were they digging into the crypt or?
You do not. You never really got an answer about that.
Okay.
Do we know which crypt they found it in?
You don't.
Okay then.
She was pretty affluent, right? So that means she probably has a mausoleum.
Correct. And it was described in Stoker's Dracula too. Pretty.
Probably also well labeled.
I think you can pull up a satellite picture of the cemetery,
Of course.
preferably one with some ground-piercing radar to see if there's any tunnels about.
Let me see what I can do. I get jacked in and try to do just that.
All right. That's going to require some hacking roll.
Okay. Do you need me to roll, or you want me to? Is it just a spend?
Yeah, it's going to be a roll. I
You
think.
motherfucker! Oh, sorry.
I
Okay.
know, right?
I don't even remember how to do this. Okay.
Yeah, me neither. That's why I said that.
So is that going to be what?
That's digital intrusion, I believe.
Digital what? Why don't I have that here?
Intrusion. I don't know. Why not?
Just, that's
Visual
weird.
intrusion?
Same reason I don't have it. I don't know. What is it? Electronic surveillance, maybe?
Yeah, I have electronic surveillance.
Retrieval, electronic surveillance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Electronic
Digital
surveillance.
intrusion is actually on the alternate character sheet.
Yeah. Which the black book doesn't have. It doesn't seem.
And
Okay.
I have a point.
Surprised it even has a place for you to put your name, but
Do you? What do you? So what do you want me to use instead? You want me to use electronic surveillance?
electronic surveillance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna spend 1. I'm not gonna go. Actually, I'll go 2.
I can donate a point. I've got 1.
Okay.
You want me to donate it?
So I just spent.
I've never spent it before.
I spent 1. You spend 1, and I'm gonna roll. What is it? D6, right?
Yeah. Johnny's spend represents like maybe a code for like logging in through a back door.
I know a guy in Jersey who has a hub in the May East that goes through a back door into the CIA.
Right. Okay, let's try that then. So I've got a 3 plus the 2 points would be 5.
That'd be good enough. So you do manage to pick up some information, but unfortunately it's a little on the old side, but you would think if there's any kind of tunnels or anything like that, it would still be on there. So it's from several years ago, but unless they dug the tunnels recently.
Right.
Probably pretty accurate.
So I'll send that around so everyone has it on their devices.
Yeah. You do see that there are probably 4 of the larger mausoleums that do have some depth to them, that they would be like family crypts or something of that nature. Nothing that's like a tunnel system, though.
I want a hard copy of this map.
Sure.
Wow. All right. Well, I'll just get that old printer out. Shall I get? Does anyone have a quill and some ink?
You guys got to take a stop at the local Kinko's.
Yeah, I laser print it for her. Full
Get
color.
it printed off at like Staples.
Is there public
We
records that
have
would
our
tell
own
me?
private plane, and we don't have a printer on the plane. Come on, guys.
Oh yeah, well, you got to tell.
All right, we'll stop at a Staples real quick.
Yeah.
Hey, how many things do you print?
We could print them upside down on T-shirts. That would get lost. We can just look and see where we are.
We've been playing this game for like almost 3 years, and the only thing you've ever printed were like Goblin Riot T-shirts.
Oh shit.
Absolutely what we're
I can
wearing for the
proceed.
cemetery.
How many times did Jason Bourne be like, "Oh, I got a printer"?
Yeah, that's true.
He always goes to someplace.
I'm gonna go to a public library.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You gotta download that stuff secure.
Get a library card and
All right.
So we get her a hard copy, and is there any public record of who's where in these? Because usually there's some record, even if it's church records or whatever,
Yeah.
that would say who's buried
I would
where.
say yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
it would make sense for there to be some sort of records like that.
So yeah, we
How
just
big is this cemetery acreage?
It's pretty big. I'm gonna say it's probably about like 50 acres.
remind me what it's called, Byron.
Kingstead Cemetery.
Kingston. Okay.
It's probably way larger than it needs to be. I just threw a number out there. Probably like half of London. No, 50 acres, they have a London, but it's probably much larger than it is.
So we hack into the Daughters of Cromwell website and get the names of all the families in the graves. They've been tracing
Sure.
back to like the 4th century. No problem.
Got
It's this
You'll
one.
take the like 15 points of electronic surveillance to break in because Sorry, I'm just kidding.
Just say,
All right,
shut your
so-
mouth, Dan. I don't
Shut
have
your
them.
So we look at the 4 large mausoleums that have underground spaces. Are any of them have family names related to Weston?
There's one that you could probably figure out. It's just like Weston or something like that. So you could kind of probably take out that could be Westerner.
Okay, Westerner. Great.
Or
Well,
Weston.
it appears we have found at least the area we want to concentrate on. Shall we just go in as just general visitors? No need to subterfuge.
yeah, I don't see why not.
I'm going to dress up like a tourist with my camera. I mean, this is a landmark, and with lots of very old tombstones and stuff. And
Are you guys driving over in the panel van?
Yeah. And
No,
I,
there you go.
I think
Yeah.
I'll
In your different clothes.
I think I'll take the tube from where we did our surveillance, but I want to kind of come up and do a sweep for any sort of surveillance equipment.
Okay.
Johnny, just in case, right? I mean, it's not all vampires that are watching our moves.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And the English in the group will be embarrassed for the tourist dressed person. We'll just express our embarrassment by saying nothing and showing nothing on our faces.
Right. So you do notice that there is some surveillance on the street and stuff like that of look like the entrances to the cemetery itself. But it doesn't look like there's anything like on the grounds itself other than the actual building, like the main like cemetery building.
Right. So I just squawked that into our comms. Looks like we're all clear as far as surveillance, Johnny.
All right. We're all armed, have our gear. Anything you can conceal, obviously. And
Yeah,
let's go.
within reason, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys could have a variety of equipment in the panel van.
Yeah. As far
How close
as
can we get to
Some
them?
of my consecrated wafers and holy water squirt guns.
You guys just got your like MLRS rocket pods installed and shit like that. No, you
Explosive drones. How close can we get the van to the mausoleum?
How close can you get it?
Or how close is the mausoleum to the edge of the graveyard? Like if we parked outside the graveyard, how long would a walk would it be?
So it looks like the majority of the distances are walking distances. So there's not really roads. They don't like people driving through the cemetery, even though like some larger cemeteries do have those.
Gotcha. So
This
normally
is an older, like historic site.
we would send Hello Kitty to investigate anything like this. Well, some of us sat in the van, but what happened to Hello Kitty? Just gone?
So yeah, she you got up and she had no note, no nothing. She was just gone.
well, that's not cool.
Shouldn't we spend 8 episodes searching for her? Like that she might.
I mean, you can.
Vampires.
If you really want to. If you'd like to not move the plot along whatsoever.
She left a note saying nothing at all.
Yeah, pretty much. So no, you notice that her pack and her katana was gone. A lot of her stuff were still there. So it seems as if you do find some evidence of like some sleeping pills and stuff like that. Like she was struggling with getting to sleep. Which she was a very internal person, so she's one of the few of the group that really didn't seek medical attention very often from Dr. Mitchell.
Well,
If I send her a filter, so I'm supposed to have a bond with her, right? If I send her a goofy picture of Johnny with a funky filter and pink hair, in a tutu, does she respond to me?
She does not. You do see that it would appear that like her phone receives it. It says delivered.
She leaves me
It
in
doesn't
red.
get opened.
That's
Yeah.
nice. Ouch.
puts the sting in ghosting. All right. Shall we all go, or for those of us who are supernaturally enhanced, perhaps, and the rest of us stay in the van and monitor?
Isn't that all of you?
I don't think I'm supernaturally enhanced.
I'm not supernaturally enhanced.
Not yet.
Yeah, if you've been drinking your morning coffee like we ask you to, maybe you are.
Right.
I mean, we tried to supernaturally enhance me and it didn't work.
Yeah,
The
that's true.
methodology was off, that's all.
Practice, practice, practice. Well, so do you want to send 2 check out the mausoleum and the 2 of us stay in the van and monitor, or should we all go?
I mean, usually it's Evan who stays back and monitors because he's the tech guy, but considering who's more expendable here, it probably should be me and Evan.
Wait, what? Did you just say we're more expendable?
Oh, don't mind him, Evan.
Trigger warning.
So the doctor and I will stay in the van. I guess Evan and Tesla will go check out the mausoleum if that's all right with everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
The church, huh?
I have a feeling we're gonna
Why,
wish that
you
it
afraid
was
of
one and one.
Do I not have any aversion to any kind of holy stuff going on yet, or anything like that, Byron?
No, huh?
Oh, yeah. Let's go to church. Sounds
Evan,
fantastic.
Evan, do you
I quickly
feel?
grab like two chopsticks from last night's takeout and hold them in front of me, and I present them towards Evan.
Fuck off, then. Let's go. Let's go say hello to the vicar.
Wait, Evan, do you have any sense here? Do you feel any supernatural presence or vampire presence when we're here?
Good question.
Byron?
In the van, no.
I mean, when
Let me
you
just,
first step outside.
Yeah, so when I
Jesus.
walk the grounds, right? So I was walking
Right.
the grounds to check surveillance, so I'd kind of try to get a vibe for the place as well while I'm doing that.
It didn't seem like there was anything coming out of the cemetery, at least.
Short of a bit of wind from those noodles we ate earlier, I think everything's
Because I
fine.
thought you were looking for the surveillance. I thought you were looking for that electronically. I didn't think it was a physical scope. Were you like walking the cemetery
Yeah.
physically?
Yep, that was the
Okay.
plan. Yeah, I was gonna get out of the van and kind of come up separately, so we're not all kind of walking up like a field trip or something.
The doctor
Gotcha.
monitor the
Okay.
radio bands and.
So I'm assuming you're over the
Yeah.
your little earpiece or whatever. So yeah. So as soon as you step foot over the threshold of the cemetery, you can sense a presence here, and more than one. More than one.
There's something wrong here, Johnny. Tesla.
Yeah.
So is Tesla in the van? Or
I know I'm coming with.
When you
I was one of the
Okay.
when you make your approach, come from the south side as I did. Tell me what you feel. I know that sounds ridiculous. Don't give me a lecture, but just tell me what you feel.
All right, so I'll go ahead and use awareness. Try to maybe different than what Evan has, but to try to just attune myself.
Sure. Are you going to spend any points
Yes.
from your aberrance?
Yep, I'll spend one.
Okay, just one.
We're going to use our character sheets for a year and a half, and now we're going to use nothing
Yeah.
but our character sheets. In it.
Well, technically, this isn't on his character sheet. Leslie wrote it, but
Yeah,
but nonetheless.
I did kind of put it down, so I do have.
But I do have it right here in front of me.
Yeah, I have it written down too. So.
All right. So you as soon as you spend a point, you can definitely tell that there is a presence here. Your awareness is a little different than Evan's, being that you're passed down from Anika and not Elspeth.
Yeah.
And so you can sense not only the presence of Evan specifically stands out versus the others, and all of the others would stand out as basically being descended from Dracula's line.
Oh shit.
So
Oh.
there's a pause.
It
And-
seems like there's one strong presence and probably 6 to 8 weaker ones.
Yeah, so I'll confirm that. I'm like, there's one strong presence,
And then Evan.
and of course, I can send you.
And Evan comes in there about medium.
Schmedium.
And then medium style.
Are you both carrying your plastique bombs?
It's like I have my vampire killing bullets.
Yeah. So that's bad, huh? You said there's how many? 7?
7, 8. Not good.
Are you sharing this on the comms with us? Are we hearing this?
I would be
Yeah,
for
no,
sure.
it's
Yeah.
open.
I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
open.
It would seem likely they're using one of the mausoleums, or perhaps multiple of them, perhaps as housing.
Do you have
Can
any
you get
sense of the physical distribution?
Exactly. Can you get a beat on the location?
So the one major is pretty easy to track. It is comparing it to the map. You kind of give the locale where you think it is, and it, Dr. Mitchell and Johnny in the van can kind of link it up to the map that you guys have, and it seems like the one strong presence is coming from the western mausoleum.
Feed it back to you guys. Head to see if you can observe the western mausoleum.
The other ones are spread out.
Oh, I'm sorry. So the strong ones in the western mausoleum, the other ones are more spread out?
They're all individual.
So,
are they moving?
Not right now.
It's in the afternoon. We're daylight.
It's the
right?
afternoon. You're still in daylight. It's getting a little dusky.
so could it
The
be
daylight is keeping them at bay.
and that some of them are thralls of whatever's in the western crypt? So that's where we should strike, and strike very quickly before it gets dark and they all...
Well, perhaps we'll come back tomorrow. If we can find the graves and mark them, and place enough plastique on top of each one.
You want
ourselves
to
great
blow up
distance
a
from-
national monument? Are you out of your fucking mind?
What is this, Indiana Jones? Come on.
You can't blow up...
Suggesting that we would leave these things interred in these graves when we could just as easily destroy them.
Well, we should kill them in turn, but we shouldn't blow up Kingstead Cemetery, for God's sake. What's next? London
It's
Bridge?
just a small crater. These people are used to filling holes.
Oh, that's too soon, Johnny.
Cemetery. These
Too
people are filling.
Look, if we wanted to go through a lot of red tape, we would have worked for an agency.
Wow.
True. It's just a graveyard.
We should... perhaps Tesla can set up the detonation charges so that they're shaped. If they're entirely shaped downward, and we bury them perhaps 1 feet into the ground with a plate above, then perhaps we could affect less cosmetic damage, if that bothers your sensibilities, Evan.
What? I wouldn't
Does
bomb.
the medical code of ethics end when people die?
Yes.
I have a question. Does it? Yes,
No.
of course. Who do you think?
I didn't think so.
You're
Who do you
not...
think used to steal the bodies of the dead? It was physicians. For over
Yeah, that's before it was
In violation of the ethical code.
the law.
But
Yeah.
not of the medical code, not the Hippocratic
Yes.
code, of the law.
So kind of a weird story. When I was working at DARPA back in the day, people would sell their bodies to medical science, and then we would go ahead and they would get shipped out to us all the time, and we would test experimental weaponry on them.
But that's with consent.
That's called consent, right?
Yeah.
There's consent with that.
If people
Well, I think the
donated
biggest
or sold
argument
their
is-
bodies to science, there's no limitation on what their bodies can be used for, and that includes they can be on body farms, they can be dissected, they can
body
be.
farm when I pass away. Let's just want that. to
Two
be
of our
fun,
agents
so,
are in the graveyard with multiple vampires. I think that this debate should be tabled until we're further away from here. Why don't we?
That's true, and I think that Johnny should let me do the explosive things because he's both our leader, and I agree with him.
I'm sitting on a bench feeding pigeons and just thinking, I'm not going to be able to come back.
I mean,
ever.
I don't
again.
think we're going to get a bead before dark enough to set these charges today.
I don't have any problem with the destruction of corpses here. My objection is, as Evans, the destruction of a national monument for no damn good reason.
We're just moving some dirt around.
It makes it easy. It makes it easier for us to take them out, though. Less harm to us.
If you can shape the charges, I suppose that's right. But is that going to be enough? I mean, if indeed they're all thralls of the strong one, why don't we just kill just that one?
Why don't we go after the ones that? I mean,
Do we know
that we'll take out the weak ones?
Do we know if that actually works?
No.
We don't. But he did say that they were all the same line.
Right.
The same line as you, Evan. But I guess they're not the same line.
No, they're Dracula.
I would correct that immediately.
No.
I'd be like,
Well, then they're probably not all thralls the same.
There are 3 lines, all right? And so Tesla is of Nika's line. Evan is of Elspeth's line. And then there is the Dracula line.
Okay, so these
But the
are-
souls that Tesla and Evan feel here Are they from multiple different lines, or are they all Dracula's line?
They're all Dracula's line.
Okay, so I think that's
I'm
what
saying.
John.
So they could be descendants of the more powerful one.
Yeah,
You know what I
they
mean?
could be thralls then.
Which would make sense, actually, because they'd be less.
We don't know if they are direct or whatever, but
Right.
they are in that line.
They're in that line.
I suspect
You could surmise that the vampire here that is the strongest does have the ability to sire lineage.
do we think we can locate quickly the strong one and set the charges tonight? Or do we need to regroup and come back tomorrow?
Well, we know that it's coming from the crypt of the Westerners, but we don't know where in that crypt. It could be much lower. It's some catacomb that's not properly mapped.
Yes, and the strong one in the catacomb will have collateral damage. It's not just blowing a charge in the earth or creating a crater. We would be taking down the mausoleum.
Well, we should
It
kill it
might be best to
directly.
set charges on all of the weak ones tonight, and then come back tomorrow and see if we can't take out the other one. Assuming.
Oh,
they
sure,
remain.
enrage him. That sounds like a brilliant idea.
Or give it,
Come back tomorrow after we start some shit up.
or give it time
Because
to
he's just
flee.
going to go right back there tonight. He's not going to find a different place to sleep.
He might.
It's sleeping now. What is
Right.
all of this preparation that we've made and all these devices and the thing that looks like a Ghostbusters
How much time do we have
backpack?
before daylight? I mean, darkness.
Before dark.
Minutes. It's twilight.
Yeah, we don't have time. Not today.
It's-
We should come back
that's
tomorrow when we have more light. If you want to take on the strong one first, we're going to want more time in the mausoleum.
Agreed. We get up first thing, first light. We have a coffee at Costa across the way there. And
All right.
and we
I
ki-
have an objection to this.
You don't like Costa
And
coffee?
that is, isn't he going to know that we've been there?
Maybe.
I mean, all we did was barely walk in. So we come back tomorrow. We should clear it out because, you know what? I hate to say this. Explosives are going to destroy evidence and chances for us to find more information. So we should go in like a tactical team. Forget all this civilian bullshit. Go in ready to fight. We know enough to know to get ready to fight. You know, hopefully we can catch them while they're sleeping and stake them and cut off their heads. If not, then we fight. Simple as that.
All right.
We can't afford to destroy any evidence, right?
Is there some sort of covering of one's tracks that one does as a vampire?
I'm not
Nobody
exactly sure
here
what the
would
question
think
is there.
Well, you know how you can obviously cover your physical tracks, and you can also cover your like electronic tracks on the web. Is there some vampire equivalent to neutralizing one's, like, I don't know, aura or radiance?
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
as to-
I mean,
Yeah, no,
I think I can sort of do it, but I don't know if it
So
works.
Evan has a little bit of ability to sense things, and you know that Anika's line can become invisible.
Well, I just meant in case the doctor was correct. Is there any way for you guys to sweep your presence here in any additional way, so when we leave, there's less of a chance of them figuring out that we were here?
Oh, yeah, we hide the bodies after we've eaten. That's the first rule. You drag them.
So the answer to that question would be that's an untested scenario that you guys.
Yeah, but we're not sure.
you
I don't
would,
even
you would
know if
not
we-
have any idea whether or not.
I don't know if we leave like a stench or a resonance or they know. I mean, unless you guys want to just go right now.
No, the problem is if we go now and we go into the mausoleum, if enough time passes, all these minions could attack us as well. It won't be us just against the strong one. It'll be us against the strong one and all the minions. We need to keep them separate. Either we must destroy them in the ground before we enter, or we must enter during the light while they're still trapped, and hopefully be able to just take on the strong one by itself.
Well, yeah. In that case, we come back tomorrow. We enter during light, and we just go for it.
Yeah.
And Doctor, there is every chance we may lose them, but it's either that or very likely death.
Although, isn't it pretty much proven that that Dracula's vamps can are somewhat resilient to light? Like they're not immune. They're like they can still function in it.
Dracula was in London during daylight.
Yeah.
But he's an ancient thing. He's very strong. I would imagine they're resting.
I've been walking around in daylight all day.
Lucy was converted to a vampire in the 1800s.
We also could, if we arrive early tomorrow, place shape charges on each of the graves of the ones who are currently buried. Make them proximity so that if something moves, they go off.
Yeah.
Oh, that will work out wonderfully for the tourists, Johnny.
So I should also
under
mention.
the earth, not above it.
Right.
I should
Good
also
call.
mention, because I feel like this is a neglection on my part, but there are probably about like 20 people in the cemetery currently.
Yeah, just wandering
And so
around.
during the day, there will be people in the cemetery.
Right.
This place is creepy as hell, too. I found a picture of it, like, it's... Nope.
I looked for a picture and I couldn't find one. So.
It's Highgate Cemetery is the one that he apparently called that, but it was it's scary.
Yeah,
We'll look that
the
up.
trick would be
So
is
don't-
if Tesla can disguise the shape charges as a vase with flowers. We place the vase on the graves inconspicuously, and turn them on so they detect movement under the ground. Then, when we go into the crypt, should any of them move, the shape charge will destroy the earth underneath it, going down, let's say, 10 feet.
I don't think you guys have the capability of making a shape charge that detects motion and like overnight.
I thought we were like James
I'm gonna
Bond.
put a
I
big
thought we were
no
like
on
superheroes.
that. Like
Overnight.
Yeah, you're not that good. Come on.
Tricky.
Think you're,
mean-
I
you're-
feel as if our abilities have
Beyond that,
Could we spend
we
some
know
network?
that at least one of these creatures can become incorporeal. So, how do we detect that movement?
We've got the Faraday cage. We've got the Ghostbusters backpack. I say Johnny's right. We come back in the morning. We worm our way in. And we break into the mausoleum as maintenance people or something. And in we go. There's no surveillance. There's that one over there and then that one over there. I can get in and shut those cameras off. We go in. We kill the worst of them. Hopefully that kills the rest. If not, we will have done so well that we'll have heightened confidence and we can kill the other 7 of them. No problem.
Yeah, and while we're there, is there like a logo, or are there any people there who are wearing the uniform of groundskeepers?
I mean, I suppose if you wander around long enough, you could probably find one.
If not, we'll Google it, and overnight we'll put together costumes basically of groundskeepers, so that when we go in tomorrow, we can go into the mausoleum as preservationists working to do something with the. We'll also need to get a permission from, I guess, the City of London, if we can, papers, so that in case anyone questions us, and some fake IDs.
You want me to do a forgery?
Well, I'll deal with the fake IDs. I've got some forgery points.
Nice.
We could just walk in wearing fucking trench coats, and nobody's gonna bother us. I mean, it's a graveyard. Weird people come into graveyards all the time. It's not like a high security place.
Yes, but if we do that, who will blast the soundtrack from The Matrix from the outside?
Yeah, I mean, I mean, if we're
I
coming,
mean,
in
Evan could set that up on auto.
this is the UK, and I know that they long since became, a bunch of wussies, so no guns in here. So as long as we're not showing like active weaponry, like peeking out of the bottom of our trench coats, I'm pretty sure we're good.
Well,
The Ghostbusters backpack's pretty big.
if we all have the costumes and the hard hats, and one of us has a clipboard, no Englishman in his right mind would question us once.
Oh, right. Oh. Especially if we take with the Rubeck Cockney, no one will know what to say anyway, right?
Agreed. I volunteer to carry the clipboard.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's probably going to ask us any questions because we look like we're there to do something. And how often do you stop people who look like they're doing a job in a graveyard?
I'll request at least one fluorescent vest for myself. The rest of you optionally.
Without shovels.
Yes, and shovels. So
We're probably going to. Actually, it's a mausoleum. We might need pry bar and picks.
yeah, we might need a lot of things. Yeah, it's true. So we'll put together these costumes, some IDs, some paper in case we're interrupted.
Wheelbarrow,
overnight.
maybe a red flower wagon full of stuff.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I think
Although there's the answer that anyone who tries to approach us, I could always,
blow them up? Just plant
No.
explosives on them?
No. It's like all of a sudden they might be overcome with some mysterious weakness.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
That's using your power for good for once.
Like suddenly Tesla starts
Once.
burping all the
Oh,
time.
I feel
It's not bad enough that
He's like, he needs a nap. He's like, oh,
it's
sorry,
not bad
guys.
enough that Auntie Jean. It's not bad enough that Auntie Jean lost her husband and she's visiting with the graveyard. But let's suck her dry.
That's
Tesla,
awesome.
stop for lunch. Oh, I couldn't eat another bite. Sorry. All right.
He wouldn't kill them, probably.
Yeah, because his powers are so under control.
Right.
We had good 25 or 30 miles outside of town, get set up, and come back in the morning.
So, question for Tesla and Evan. Tesla can feel the levels of power of these other entities. Can Evan? And I'm wondering where Tesla's power rate ranks.
Oh, I saw that. She said power.
So Tesla
Well,
is able to determine that, but Evan is not. So you can't really look at Tesla's power to see where he ranks.
But can Tesla tell whether he's stronger than another entity? No.
No.
Tesla is number one. All others are number 2 or lower.
I'm going to assume that most of them don't have a whole bunch of extensive military training like me, so that probably gives me a pretty big advantage.
Likely not from this century, at least.
Right.
Tesla goes, you may be a vampire, but I'm a vampire with bombs.
Yeah.
I don't know. Dracula kept up to date and educated with his free time. I don't know why any of his minions might not.
Let's head. I'm ready to head in there. Let's look
Yeah,
around.
you want to, Byron, up to you. You want to cut to tomorrow morning?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So I need to know exactly what you're bringing with you.
I think
Now, granted, you have your abilities to be able to use preparedness to come up with something, but you're going to be inside the cemetery, separate from your van. There's not going to be like this. I have this 900 pounds of explosives. That shit ain't happening. So I need to know.
I have my
what
explosive
kind of
vest
charges you're
still.
bringing.
This game
I
is
have
too
my explosive
restrictive.
vest.
I don't even know.
Okay, that's fine. You're wearing an explosive vest, so keep that in mind.
God.
So that if something should go awry with your explosive vest, you are wearing it.
I am not wearing an explosive of any kind.
I'm staying with Evan.
I'm gonna bring my my vampire killing bullets. I've got my crazy crucifix, some holy water, squirty squirt, and then my powers. A pack of gum.
Oh, good. Everyone bring mints, please, especially the undead.
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything about it, but just please bring mints.
And little stuff like garlic spray, shit like that. I'm not that worried.
Bear
about it,
mace,
but I want to
yeah.
know how much explosives you're lugging around.
Yeah.
Since it's the one
And if
thing
it's
that I'm
designed for be like a personal usage or what?
yeah.
If possible, I'll also carry one bomb that can set, plastic bomb, and I'll have I don't have written down here my pistol. I thought it was like 15 shot with
I'm not worried about
anti-vampire
your
rounds.
pistol.
I'm sorry?
I'm not worried about your pistol. That's just
Anti-vampire rounds.
Yeah.
sure. By
Then I
now
have a
it's been
second one.
it's been weeks and like a month or so since you guys started making vampire rounds and all this shit. You could have made as many as you pretty much want right
Yeah.
now.
So my second gun has normal rounds.
Okay.
That's how I always did it. So I shoot normal people with a normal gun.
Okay, so here's what I spent last night doing. I spent last night rigging a cyanide capsule tooth in my mouth.
If you're going to go out, Doctor, just take the vampire with you.
I think somebody finds a molar that she forgot to throw away, like sitting on the counter. Like, what the fuck is this?
What is that?
Why does this roller smell like almonds?
The last thing I want is to become part of Dracula's lineage.
See,
I mean, I will also bring other things, but I just want the option to do something without my hands.
Yeah, my consideration is more like, if you're bringing the big, the big magneto net backpack. That's pretty large. You know what I mean? Let's see that. So how are you? What are you doing with it?
How
when it's not
big
on
is
your
it?
back?
Yeah, are we
it's
still
pretty
trying to
large. It's like a
Can we
it's like a Ghostbusters backpack.
Can we
It's
dress
pretty
it
large.
up to look kind of like a leaf blower if we tried? Could we?
Oh no, a baby carriage.
in the daytime?
Yeah.
It's
baby
called a
carriage.
pram. It's called a pram.
A pram. It's a pram.
I'm not sure you could make it look like a leaf blower. I'd give you a possibility, but
I mean, isn't that what?
What do you want me to roll? That'll be my epic
no,
contribution.
that's not what it's made
No.
of.
I want to stop
I like the pram idea.
I like that
I'll
too.
push the pram since I'm a
Is
girl.
anyone who's going to wield the net gun? It is a potent weapon.
Who has the best skill with it? I have shooting 4.
What skill do we need for that, Byron?
Net gun.
I'll go ahead and take it with me.
I have weapons 8.
What skill was that? I think it's weapons.
I have weapons 8. I could do it if you want me to.
Okay.
If you don't want me to, I'm happy to not do it.
No, I mean you're the one who's like you're a mortal, so having something that shuts things.
You're immortal. You're still immortal.
I love that.
Yeah.
And no one here is immortal, by the way.
I like the way he said, like, I'm a
Sorry
recycling.
about that.
As for me, it's gonna be my sidearm, vampire killing bullets, a shotgun with vampire killing buckshot rounds.
Full shotgun or like sawed off?
Yeah, I need good cornering, so I'm gonna go shortened barrel.
Okay.
What is the range on this magnetic gun?
Close.
What is it? 30 feet?
Like
Probably, yeah, 20 feet.
less. Yeah.
And
It's a net.
30 feet, there's going to be, it is a cemetery, there's trees, there's like 30 feet, it'd be...
Weeds and headstones and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everywhere.
weeds, headstones, like...
I'll try to
Not gonna be a
disguise
clear
it
shot.
as a leaf blower.
Okay.
All right, and I'm gonna have two.
So do you have a leaf blower and the
Yeah.
clipboard?
That's right.
Okay, leaf blower, clipboard, 2 pistols that you'll put in one of the hands.
And my
One will be carrying the
shiny-
leaf blower thing, and the other one will have the clipboard. So it's
my
going to be
fluorescent vest. Don't forget my fluorescent. Like,
Oh, don't worry, your fluorescent explosive vest. Yep.
Do we
it's
ever
actually
do?
a separate vest. The explosive one's underneath my shirt. The regular vest is over top.
All right, and you're wearing coveralls.
Who?
Is that over top of your explosive vest? Or?
I'm not wearing coveralls.
Yeah, you guys said you Google searched what
Yeah,
the
yeah.
uniforms are,
Yep.
like, and you were dressing up as the maintenance guy. So yes, you do in fact have coveralls.
I'm a supervisor. I get to wear pants and a shirt.
I thought you were the leaf blower
khakis.
guy.
Yeah, you have a leaf
Supervisor
blower.
doesn't use the leaf
and be the
blower?
supervisor. I can have a leaf blower and be the
You've
supervisor.
obviously
Well,
never
no.
watched a landscaping crew.
All right, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Do you really want to give us a hard time about the leaf blower and supervisor costume?
He's just messing with us. Nobody's
I
actually.
know. I know. I was
So
like,
that-
really?
To be clear, I think we agreed that the Ghostbusters backpack is in a pram. Right?
Well, forgive me. I thought that was separate. I thought you guys wanted me to carry one instead.
Oh, I don't know. I got lost on that.
What's
I
in the
thought
pram exactly? Is it the?
the big ass. Yeah, it's the big ass Ghostbusters backpack thing.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought Byron was saying that it was
fine.
too
Yeah,
big
if,
to do
are we
the
just
leaf
bringing the
blower.
one? We just have the one.
No, it's not too big to be disguised as a leaf blower, but it is big. It's not. It's too big to be disguised as like I'm just walking around with it unnoticed.
Okay, well
Yeah,
then
But
it
no,
could be a leaf
I'm
blower.
sorry. I thought the other stuff was going in the pram. But we want to put in the pram. That's fine.
I'm happy to put other shit in my pram.
Okay.
Also, from a practical
I heard that about
perspective, if you want to be clipboard guy, you're aware that
What's
once we
in the
get
pram?
inside the mausoleum, I can take it off and hand it to you, and you can put it on yourself. So
Sure.
you're worried about.
But I wouldn't deprive Byron the chance to give me a hard time about like reflective jacket, reflective vest, overalls, leaf blower, and a clipboard. Inconceivable.
Oh, you can have all those things. I just want you to keep in mind that you have those things in your hands. when
I was
you
being
decide that
facetious.
you're gonna,
I was
like-
being facetious, but okay. I'll keep the clipboard with a little dangly rope, so when I put it down, it hangs at my side.
Absolutely.
If I run, he's gonna remind me of this.
Oh yeah, and I got some of those grenades.
Oh yeah.
And
Some of those grenades. And so, how many explosive charges there you bring?
I'm gonna bring one
and these are designed to be 6-foot charges, like where they're going to go shape charge going down
What?
a certain amount of feet, right? Isn't that what you said?
Yeah.
You guys
I'm
were
not
is.
doing any C4. I'm not. That's not my thing.
I'm thinking of physics. To get through
Oh, you can
6
make a
feet.
shape charge.
To get through 6 feet of earth, that's going to be quite a hole. I'm just thinking of the property. I'm like, oh, God, no.
You could actually make it happen if you guys ever watched a movie with the Atlanta bomb at the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's actually not that hard.
Yeah, no. I'm
If it
just
had-
thinking of the collateral damage. It's
Blowing up
undoubtedly
soft
happened.
Earth is like, it's well documented what you need to do that. Tesla probably did that when he was 5.
Right.
Is this soft Earth? I mean, there's a lot of
That's how old the grave is.
there's a lot of slabs on top of these graves and stuff like that. We don't know that we're going to be on dirt.
You don't know if it's a concrete coffin.
The mausoleum that we
Most
identified,
graves
Byron,
have concrete around them.
the mausoleum that we identified as the Westerners, is it like a gate and stairs going down and all that sort of thing? It's like or is it?
There's a wrought iron fence around it, and it has a small courtyard, probably like 15, 20 feet.
Does it have a shrubbery?
Yeah, and then is it
Sure,
sort
it
of
has shrubs.
stairs going down in the building, or is it just a big ass slab covering the grave? Like-
No, it's a building, and
Okay.
it has like a front door, what have you, and then once you walk in that, like
It's interesting that
it doesn't leave. It doesn't. The map doesn't give you like this is the stairwell or anything like that. It's like this is the mausoleum, and it's a block.
Well, we've stood in front of it, right?
Yeah, you stood in front
Yeah,
of it.
so it looks like a building that we can go in and we don't know what's in there. It's not like we're
Correct.
Okay.
it's interesting that Dracula
I'll bring
seems
enough
to be in there.
to blow at least one big ass door, like to be guaranteed, like a couple small shaped charges to do some structural damage,
Breaching charges.
basically.
Yeah, and military style breaching charges. Got it.
Yeah,
It's interesting that there's a strong vampire there, in as much as Lucy's loved ones really protected her resting place.
could be. Who knows? Could be Lucy itself. I mean, that's not like the book's been accurate all the time.
That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, she's supposed to be dead, but if it's her, who knows? Maybe she doesn't like Dracula. I don't know. I mean, we met a crazy Nazi who is immortal, and he wanted to cooperate with us. So maybe we shouldn't close that door necessarily. Just because
You guys gonna go back and talk to him?
no.
Hell no.
But we could bring a giant microwave to. Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know we were coming up with so many different ways to get rid of that guy too. But that being said, I think we're able to execute. I'm just gonna very obviously carry a big duffel bag filled with all my shit in it.
Sure.
Well, first question: when Tesla and Evan step one toe into the graveyard, do they once again feel the presence, or have they scattered?
I think we have to concentrate to do that.
Okay.
You know
Yeah.
that.
So Evan doesn't sense anything.
We're not
'cause that's
holding
not within his
hands.
powers. It's not within his powers. He senses the presence of something, but that's as much as Evan gets.
Well, when
Okay.
we get closer, maybe I'll try to focus in again. But right now, let's just get in there. Let's,
Okay, we'll get in there.
Yeah.
Are you stopping off with the Pram to like lay the charges? Is that right?
I thought we were just going for it. Remember, we weren't.
He just brought in a duffel bag.
Okay. All right. So
So what all are we sticking in this pram? I'm not carrying any C4 because that's not my thing. I have
Who's lugging the pram?
I'm pushing the pram.
Okay.
okay.
I'm athletic. I can push a pram with a bunch of shit in it.
Sure.
So I think there's this. We want to breach the mausoleum, right? So
Yeah.
the gate is it locked?
Game.
Well, when we set foot, are we able to get into the graveyard now?
Yeah, it's daytime.
Okay, so we get inside. I ask as soon as we're inside.
What time of day are we going?
First thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
I asked Tesla once we're inside if he could just take a moment and see if he says they're still here, because we may just need to go.
I think we should wait. I'll tell you why. Let's get let's get actually inside the mausoleum. I want to get closer. I want to get more accurate readings.
It's your voodoo.
Okay, so you're not going to use your awareness?
No, not yet.
At the door? Okay.
Oh, I found digital intrusion. I'm sorry. It's under general in the black
There you
book.
go.
That's random.
Cool,
Sorry.
But when we get to do we get to the mausoleum? The west one?
Is that where you're heading directly?
Are we
Yeah.
all going, or are we
Yes.
splitting
You're
up?
all going as a group?
It's a team operation.
Yeah, we got to go in because if things get tense, we can't be separate.
Okay,
As we
Dr.
walk-
Mitchell. Dr. Mitchell, if you could roll me a d6, that'd be awesome.
The camera cuts to slow-mo where we're all stepping in sync down the road towards the mausoleum.
Like Reservoir Dogs. So far, the episode title is "What's in the Pram."
What's in the
What's
plan?
the pram?
What's the plan for me is the question.
2. So probably about 75 feet from the mausoleum, there is a maintenance crew digging a grave with a backhoe. For a burial.
Okay. Let's keep going.
Yeah, we try to not look super suspicious, I guess. Hey, Tesla, you hungry? I point over at the front runner.
So you do realize that your Google search is pretty good because your clothing links up to what they're wearing.
Oh, nice. And they're going to be like, why is
Why is there?
why are they pushing a pram? Yeah, we go.
I was trying to resolve that, and then suddenly we were here.
Oh, you're fine. Was there something specific you wanted to do for that? I'm sorry.
Well, I wanted to specify that I should not be with them, as I'm
okay.
a female, and having a female on a maintenance crew
with a pram
for the cemetery is going to be suspicious. Very
Why is that
unlikely.
suspicious?
And it's not going to be obvious, but if I'm pushing a pram, I'm not going to be part of the maintenance crew.
That will stick out. Okay, so you're separate.
Yeah, so
I'm assuming just kind of like lagging behind, not like separate, like I'm coming in like all the way across the cemetery. Solo.
yeah, if there's a nearby entrance or a different path, I would come up it instead, or wander a little bit. But
Absolutely. We're gonna say you're off to the right of them, probably a good, 20 yards.
okay.
Or so.
I wanted to talk about whether we're having anything other than my personal stuff in the pram.
I think not. I think it's
Well,
just
you put the Ixnay on explosives in the pram, so
I don't have any C4, but I have.
I'd have to
extra
say probably
grenades
the long
and my bullets
guns, right? Like long guns would be in there. Don't you think, Tara? Like we wouldn't.
Sure, it's starting to feel a little more mob, but Yeah.
Yeah.
fall back to the pram.
Yeah.
Are we gonna pull out a cello case first and
Is there
then
a-
open the cello case and pull out the
Is
guns?
there
or-
any way preparedness could have had us put fucking tank tracks on that pram and have like a wood stake launcher in it?
Dude, it's modern day. You could definitely have a tracked pram. You could absolutely have a tracked pram.
That's not gonna attract any attention.
Mr. Pink, fall back to the pram. Mr. Pink.
Harkening back to a brief flashback.
No one wants to be Mr. Pink. Only
But
Mr. Black.
when you mentioned the pram, Tesla just kind of like laughed and said, "The whole pram's a stupid idea," and just didn't even acknowledge its existence for the rest of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you didn't even. She didn't even tell you about the explosive baby that she put in the pram.
Well,
Right.
that I respected.
So I want a saw, like a hacksaw.
I'm thinking like a battery-powered sawzall.
I mean, we could do that. I mean, in the
it's
80s.
modern day, man.
I thought.
Yeah, but did we have? Were those popular? Were those big in the 80s yet?
I mean, it's not the 80s. It's 2010, but
Oh, whatever. Yeah.
actually by
then
now it's
definitely.
probably like 2012.
Right. Yeah. Then okay, I'll have a reciprocating saw.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, cordless, no less.
I want a battery operated weed sprayer.
Okay.
Like a 3 gallon full of holy water.
All right.
Holy water.
Roundup.
That's what's going to be on the label.
So is it like a double pram? Because I'm just judging the size here.
No, it's just all the
Single pram or
blankets.
double
The
pram?
blankets all fucking weird and lumpy. It's like,
You're right. No.
Well, no, it's going to be, it's got the little awning thing on it, and there's going to be a blanket draped down
Oh,
over
yeah.
that because, you don't want the early morning sun in the baby's face. So,
throw some
yeah.
some bolt cutters in there in case we need them. I suppose.
This baby wants to escape from.
absolutely. Bolt cutters. What else, guys? Come on.
And I just want to send this out. Anybody who's watching the stream or you watch this on YouTube, hit us up in the comments. Anybody that says something really cool that's in the pram, we'll give you a shout out.
Yes, we will give you a shout out during off hours.
Suggestions for a while. I'm going to use my
Random,
preparedness on that.
Crazy shit that could be in the pram.
What's in?
What's in the pram? That's right. Jason will send you some Myth Brigade stickers.
Absolutely.
Okay, so
Stickers and shirts.
I'm having my usual stuff and then all of that.
All right. No problem. Got it. All right. So you guys, the three of you are going kind of next to each other, whatever, and you make your way towards the area that is the Westerner Mausoleum. Like I said, about 75 feet or so to the left of the mausoleum is a maintenance crew that is digging a thing. There are two guys, one older guy, one younger black gentleman, that are digging a grave with a backhoe.
It's a good thing we did our homework so that you guys are dressed appropriately.
Right? Absolutely.
Right. Out of nowhere, steamroller smashes us all.
No steamroller. They don't let cars in here, let alone a steamroller. All right. So you make your way towards that.
Yes.
Dr. Mitchell,
Yes.
give me, let me see, what is it? Is it awareness? What is it?
It's a pram roll.
Pram.
I don't think I have any points in Pram.
No points in Pram?
Damn it.
I'm very disappointed that you have no Pram drive. No Pram driving.
The Pram drive.
Is that listed as one of Tesla's driving things, Pram?
He can drive anything.
Probably.
Yes, I'll ride it down the hill.
Well, I mean, I have 4 points in driving, so I can
How
make
about-
Pram one of mine.
How about sense trouble?
How about notice?
Did you say sense
Notice?
trouble? That never goes off with us. That never stops with us.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep. There's trouble. For
Yep,
sure.
yep.
There's some trouble right there.
Hey, check if Tesla's still breathing. Yeah? Okay, still trouble.
All right, I have 4. I'm going to spend a point.
Where the fuck is Lily anyway?
She's trouble too.
4 plus 1 is 5.
4 plus 1 is 5. Perfect. You're walking along, and it's very easy to spot because of the fact that you've seen it before. You kind of look over as you're glancing around as you're walking, through the little walkway path, and you're in that area of the cemetery that's like the child area, where they bury the young children and stuff like that maybe don't have a family grave or what have you. And laying next to one of the gravestones is Lily's phone. You know it's Lily's phone because it has that
Hello Kitty.
Hello
shit.
Kitty case that you got her for her birthday.
I muttered that over the comms.
What? She hasn't been with us since we've been in the UK, has she?
Yeah, she was at the flat.
Oh, she was. That's right. With the okay. Yeah.
So she was there 2 days ago.
Okay.
The night, it was about a day and a half ago, about 36 hours ago is when she went MIA.
If we see Lily, please be prepared to perhaps kill her on sight if it turns out she's against us now.
If Red Lily's against us, I don't feel very confident anymore. I'm gonna need to get more explosive.
But I fall back to the pram.
Go back to that van. The van, not the pram.
Van, not the pram. All right, make sure you speak clearly when you fall back. All right. So you guys are about halfway between the excavator and the mausoleum when Dr. Mitchell says this. So, like I said, you see Lily's phone. Do you do anything about it, or just keep?
I'm gonna pull out my phone and text her again.
Okay. You text her, and you could see her phone. Like, you can see, like, there's like a little Hello Kitty that dances on the screen, and it happens to be laying screen up. You just notice that the case, it's kind of like on its side a little bit, and it's muddy. And when it lights up, you can see that the glass on the phone has a smudge of blood across there.
I knew you were going to say that.
Just a little smudge. Just the perfect amount of blood. Just a...
How close were you going to get, Tesla, before you activated your...
basically inside the mausoleum.
Got it.
Yeah.
Does this change anything, guys?
Might change everything.
It changes nothing. We have to proceed.
We can't, doesn't change anything about how we got to move forward, though. It's like if Lily's down there and they're holding her hostage, maybe we can find a way to get her back.
They don't take hostages, Tesla. Remember what he did. Remember in the ossuary.
More than likely, this is a psychological ploy. Just be prepared to cut Lily loose to accomplish the goal. We have no other choice. The only desire these cretins have is to cause you to emotionally hesitate and to suffer. Don't.
So are you guys still
don't give
moving
in to
during this conversation?
Yeah, we're still moving. I think are some of us moving toward the mausoleum and going in?
Yeah.
Like, what's the...
Remember the last tomb we were in? The sadistic bastards used as a way to get to us emotionally. Don't let it happen again.
Yeah.
I'm heading toward the mausoleum, but coming through the children's section, I saw her phone.
Okay. So as you are exiting the children's section, there is a small copse of like woodland trees and bushes that are off to the right. And
shrubbery.
Some shrubbery, yeah. There's no one else around this general area. You can see some people probably a good 100 feet or so away visiting one of the graves not on the other side of the trees, but back off to your right where you came from. And you can see, or you hear, what sounds to be like a wet kind of sucking sound. Kind of like when you stick your foot in mud and then you're pulling it out and it's like.
Do we see anything?
Is the ground muddy?
You don't. You guys aren't over there. This is Terry.
Is the ground muddy?
It is not.
Do I I'm gonna okay. I'm gonna spend a point in diagnoses.
Okay.
The sucking sound is IBS.
It's not IBS.
Yeah, that would be a different kind of
You would
sound.
say that it's very reminiscent of the sound of like something moving in and out of a carcass.
Uh-oh.
In and out of a carcass.
Like somebody's violating the carcass?
Well, possibly, or no, not like that.
Or like a sucking chest.
No, like a,
He's like possibly,
a sucking wound, like a sucking wound. I answered and then it hit me what you meant. How I missed that.
Yeah.
And Johnny, Tesla, and
I need backup.
You guys arrive at the door of the mausoleum, at the gate at least.
I let them know. So in my mind, there's one of two possibilities as to the sound that I'm hearing, and it is either Lily injured or another victim.
I'm gonna sprint over that way, Byron.
And it's okay.
Fast as I can move without spending points. I'm moving.
It is kind of shaded from the sun in this general tree area, also.
Once I hear that she had some kind of encounter, I will activate the sensory piece.
Okay. So the first thing that comes to your mind is that you can sense it. There is the same amount of presence as you had before. You noticed the presence twice of Evan, once lighter and once stronger. So you could make the surmise. You could surmise that the lighter one is evidence or residue from his presence here yesterday.
Okay.
Okay. And then you sense the other ones. The first thing that comes to your awareness when you sense the lighter things is that the smaller ones are in different locations than they were last night or yesterday afternoon.
Musical graves.
They have moved. And the other thing is that one of them is probably about 15 feet to 10 feet away from Dr. Mitchell in that wooded area.
I'm going to be like.
And so, Evan, you sprint over there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Brent.
Oh no!
Evan, you sprint over there, leaving Johnny and Tesla at the gate.
It's like the camera view from Evil Dead, like through the wooded weird graveyard. Like, yeah, he's on a mission for sure.
All right, so it's not that far. Like I said, she's only about 30, 40 feet away from you guys. So you get over there, and Tesla tells you, "Are you putting that information out there?"
Absolutely. I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
I'll be like, Mitchell, close. Something real close to you.
I estimate the distance between myself and the copse of trees where I'm hearing this sound.
Oh yeah, sounds like it's coming from there, right where he senses one of the presences.
Okay. Evan, are you gonna check it out?
So yeah, I zip up and probably just a little bit out of breath.
I doubt you're out of breath.
30 or 40 feet.
You're 40 feet. You're like perfectly vampire. Yeah, I don't think so.
So I look. There's this trees. Any movement? Anything that I can sense beyond just the sound?
Yeah. So once you're over there, you can kind of sense that there is something moving in the bushes, for sure. Like within that sun-shaded area, there's definitely something going on.
We need to set up a flank, folks. I think we've got an opportunity here that is not going to go along with our plan.
And Johnny, you hear a kind of a click, or it sounds like a rusty door opening.
Oh shit!
Is it the mausoleum?
It is. So the door just kind of swings open, probably about 3 or 4 inches.
Mm-hmm.
That better be an Amway salesman.
No, nothing comes out. It's just opening like 3 or 4 inches, like it swings open.
No.
Like it's waiting for us.
Yeah. You get
an invitation, as it were.
I set up the 2 cones on both sides of the walkway to the mausoleum.
like this is the maintenance area.
I put the tape down around the 2 cones with a line. I pick up the clipboard.
It's his hard hat.
Which, by the way, I wanted to say this before. The clipboard's got like a 1/2 inch of steel plate behind it in case I need it. And I began to write on the clipboard. And I monitor what the team is doing quite visibly.
So I just want to say that I think I would give you a road chip if we were playing a thing. You said the clipboard's made out of 1/2 inch steel plate, the codes. I'd give that to you. God, I like that, Dan. All right. So what's Tesla doing? Monitoring the radar.
I mean, I'm gonna definitely congregate with the rest of the group, but I'm gonna try to keep that radar on for as long as I can without expending, just to make sure no sneak attacks are happening.
Okay.
I'm also once we have a little bit of cover from other like civilian people, I'm gonna open up my duffel bag. I'm gonna pull out that shotgun, and get ready.
God.
It's about to happen. It's going down.
Right. Yeah, Johnny's putting the cones up. You're pulling out the shotgun.
It's a Wednesday.
it's a Wednesday, right? And basically, see, there's probably, you guys would generally believe that there's probably about like 15 or so people spread out throughout the graveyard or the cemetery, not including the two guys that are maintenance guys that are working on the thing. Probably a clerk or so at the building, and then a smattering of civilians around that. Okay, so Evan runs over. You can see the movement in the bushes.
Yeah, I call for them to come, and as soon as I have confirmation.
Did you pick up her phone?
Whose phone?
Mitchell?
I did not.
Okay.
Can I use my preparedness to happen to under my jacket or whatever to be wearing an official outfit and have ID that establishes me as a member of the constabulary, and I have crime scene tape with me.
Yeah, I'd say that's doable. You guys just
just in case.
Yeah, you guys just made yourself up as detectives like 2 episodes ago. So
yeah. So I think that I want to sound an alert to the civilians in the cemetery that there's an incident, a safety incident, and to clear.
Yeah, there is. It's
okay. So you're gonna basically start detectively getting people out of the cemetery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've got these maintenance crew a few feet over here, and the other visitors, and I'm gonna just
All right, give me a D6 roll. We're going to say this is the number of rounds that it takes for anyone from the cemetery itself to get involved in that situation.
Oh, roll high. Come on.
It's a 6, and I swear to God, I'm not lying.
I trust you, man. That's cool. Sorry. So 6 rounds before anybody from the thing might be like, maybe I should phone the cops or something.
I am the cops.
You are, but... whatever. So I'm not saying they're immediately going to call the cops. I'm saying they're going to get involved in the situation in some way, shape, or form, depending on what has happened in the fallout since then.
I don't feel like we're going to need a whole lot of time.
Yeah.
Well, just know that this is probably the only shotgun in like 50 miles.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, probably right, because the cops don't carry shotguns.
You mean other than the ones in the Pram?
Yeah.
Yeah, other than the ones in the
Clearly,
Pram.
other than the ones in the Pram. I mean, that goes without saying, right?
All right.
Wait, you're saying? Are you saying you? It's like, well, I guess we could try to get up close and personal, but not exactly something I feel real comfortable with considering.
All right.
So.
All right. So Evan, you're up.
So yeah, so I've called for them. I guess I got some confirmation that they're coming. Can I see Dr. Mitchell?
Yeah, Dr. Mitchell's right there.
She holding up this phone? Would I recognize any of that? Or...
No, she didn't pick up the phone.
Okay.
As soon as you arrive, she starts talking to the civilians and starts like, "Hey, people, there's like an incident here. We need to like back up and get out of the like."
Okay. So
people fired up to get them out of the.
I'm gonna stalk up on what's in the woods. Right. Tell me about these woods. So headstones around,
so
lots of trees.
Yeah, there's like a couple headstones around. A decent amount of trees over here. It's very sun shaded, kind of like you would think. Even during a good sunny day, this area would be kind of absent of a lot of sun within the little wooded area here. Some big shrubs. So it's kind of like there's a blank space or a hollow in the middle of these trees.
Yeah.
Not like a glade that's open to the air above, but more one that's covered.
So this the copse a little smaller tree is kind of folding in. Does it appear as if they would be easily disturbed such as to let the sunlight in if someone were to swing on them at just the right angle? Do you know what I'm saying?
Say again what you're saying.
I picture like they're younger trees, or are they older?
Yeah.
Okay, they're younger.
A little of both.
So how easy would it be to flood that area with sunlight by like sort of swinging on the younger trees.
Oh, no, you wouldn't really be able to do that.
I'm going to stalk in then. I'm going to stay low and quiet and go in.
So you have supernatural hearing and stuff like that comparative to Dr. Mitchell. Do you activate any of that as you come over there, or just like your typical?
Yeah, no, I do. Okay. Yep.
All right. So what sounds to Dr. Mitchell was like a sucking chest wound or something like that. Sounds more like somebody's drinking. Of somebody. You recognize that sound. It's the sound you made when you sucked on Elsbeth's wrist.
I just very quietly, I'm assuming we've got like this sort of bone conductive microphones.
Yeah. And you can smell it now.
Yeah.
You can smell the iron in the air.
It's feeding. Come quickly. I'm going in.
I power on the unlicensed thermonuclear reactor on my back, and walk over the magnetic gun.
I thought that was in the pram.
Yeah.
Is it on you or in the pram?
No, I said it wasn't in the pram. We agreed it wasn't in the pram.
Do I need a stealth roll to finish out my turn, or no? You're just gonna give it to me? What do I do?
No, you can still. You can get in there.
Okay, I'm going in.
Or whatever.
I'll gesture like I'm gonna blow leaves. And I say in a light voice that no human probably could hear me say, "Oh, the leaves in the bushes, very well." And I walk over that way.
Okay, are you responding to the police officer that is directing people and civilians to get out of the cemetery?
Well, is he
just ignoring her?
How close are they to me? Are they?
Oh, you're walking right towards them. It's Dr. Mitchell.
I mean, okay. Forgive me. I don't have a good idea of where the mausoleum is.
The mausoleum is about 30 feet away from where Dr. Mitchell is, where she has began to like push them back.
And where is Evan in relation to the mausoleum?
30 feet, same place Dr. Mitchell is.
Just a little further into the bushes at this point, probably.
Okay, so I will walk over towards them, not moving to exit the park.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Tesla, are you staying by the mausoleum?
I'm going with Evan. Gotta represent. So somebody got to go in there.
V team.
Right. Got it. So as you get closer, Tesla, you realize that it's not one presence; it's multiples.
Get ready.
It looked like one from the distance, but as you get closer, you feel that there's more. So it's like, like in Top Gun when the planes are all on top of each other. Yeah. So Evan is entering into the wooded area. Are you staying back, or?
I'm gonna cover 6. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is what I picture. So I picture Evan is going into the woods. You're on Evan's 6, right behind him. Johnny is maybe back about 10, 15 feet, walking this direction still. Terry is talking to the civilians and walking away from the situation. Okay, but you can monitor on cops. Does that sound accurate?
Sure.
Okay, perfect. Just wanted to make sure. All right, so Evan, you are being very stealthy, or trying to be. And it doesn't take very much to, you can actually, are you spending any aberrance points to
I don't think
maintain that stealth, or just being stealthy in general?
So I'm being stealthy. I'm guessing that I know when I feed, you get sort of enthralled and you're just like a frenzy sort of thing. So probably,
absolutely,
yeah. So I'm going to take advantage of that. I want to save my aberrance points for when I need to grow teeth and eat a motherfucker.
Got it. Not a problem. So you get past the bush, and in the bush, the first thing you see is a Hello Kitty backpack, a small one, and it's on this form that's hunched over a body. And you recognize the Hello Kitty backpack and the girl that's wearing it. It was that missing Asian child.
Oh.
Or what have you, and you see a little glint in the dirt, and Lily's sword is laying in the dirt. And as you look at it, you realize it's not, you can see the one because it's facing away from you, but there are 3 other small children all suckling off of Lily's body,
I
which is
just
clearly not alive anymore.
Yeah, I just think my eyes go fucking yellow and I go in. I think he screams and it's sort of like sort of shit, and he's going in. Too much reverb, sorry. Yeah, it's not quite that loud.
All right. Yeah, so Evan just full on in. So
it's go time.
all right,
Yeah.
Johnny, you see Tesla and Evan full on rage into this wooded area that is covered from view from the outside area. There's like body parts and shit on.
I'm sorry, what was that last part? I didn't quite make that out.
No, I was joking. I said there's like body parts flying around.
All right.
But it's covered from the view of the cemetery itself.
I'm assuming that the magnetic gun is probably quieter than a shotgun, so I'm going to look. I'm going to move forward. That was my hope, actually. And if I see anybody who is not a vampire in my own party vamping out, I will fire the gun.
Don't you be vamping out up in this cemetery, y'all.
And I proceed literally into the bush.
All right. Yeah. So
Into the bush, into the bush,
into the bush. All right. So anyhow, yeah, Evan, you are on these guys relatively quickly because they are, just like you said, kind of enthralled in whatever. So you can sense even with the fact that there's like, because somewhere in there, I'm sure there's some concern for Lily and whether or not she's still there.
Oh yeah. So I want to try to grab one, and I want to use a mixture of my momentum and my strength to throw it into the sunlight.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Like to get the one that's like right there. I'd like just as hard as I
Dan,
can.
give me a D6 roll to see which direction this vampire child comes flying.
Right.
As it comes flying out of the bushes.
There's one vamping out for you, buddy.
Nice, beautiful.
Dan, D6 roll.
Oh, me? They did 6 roll?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
all
I
yours.
thought it was for.
This is another Dan.
All right, my bad. And I look around and realize I do not have dice. Hold on a second, let me roll.
Are you cool? Pick a number from 1 to 6.
Well, I'll do a D6 roller here.
Okay, that's fine too.
Online D6 roller. It's
Chat,
like the
Chat GPT saves a day.
And I rolled. Oh. And I rolled a 5.
Ooh.
Yeah, a 5. So the child comes out the other side of the woods, so you don't see it.
Oh no.
Yeah. But anyway, so you, Evan, you grab one. Relatively, the one with the Hello Kitty backpack, or one of the other ones.
What, the one that's right on top. They're all right on Lily.
They're all right on her. Yeah, like ant, like on a carcass.
Yeah,
or
I
whatever.
think the one with the Hello Kitty backpack because it's better leverage, and I just fling it, and then I'm gonna try to rip the next one's head off whenever it's I'm able to do so.
Got it. So Dr. Mitchell, you're like on that side of the trees, like talking to, some of the civilians kind of gathering to the thing. And all you see is this Hello Kitty backpack kind of shoots out of the trees. And it looked like it had something on it, but it just kind of like turns to ash as it's flying through the air and it kind of falls in the grass. And you glance over and like the Hello Kitty thing's there, like blood is kind of dripping down the side of the face of the Hello Kitty backpack.
I physically turned the visitors,
Like, nothing to see here.
civilians away from it, and repeat that this is a danger zone, that there's a natural gas leak, and they need to get out of the area immediately.
Mind the gap.
Yeah, mind the
And
gap.
you've been talking about this natural gas leak for a while, so I'm gonna say you're pretty comfortable with it. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
and I'm like throwing up crime scene tape, like perimeter tape as
Yeah.
I'm going.
Not a problem. So absolutely able to do that. They don't notice that happen. Tesla, You see there are 3 more of them suckling on what looks like the remains of Lily.
All right. Oh, geez. Okay. Ooh, shit got intense. I am going to go with my original instinct, and in a moment of like just pure anger, I'm just gonna blast him with the shotgun, not even considering the fact that it's very loud, obviously.
All right, yeah. So you're
Let's
like,
play right into the natural gas explosion story that we're gonna write later.
Yeah.
there's a shooting going on in the park.
Yeah. So these are vampire murder shells. So.
All right. So unfortunately, that's gonna attract attention of the people that are the maintenance crew, and the gunshots are gonna attract their attention.
Oh, but they're.
Well, I evacuated them as well.
Sounds like, I mean.
Yeah, but it'll take you a minute to get to the building and stuff like that. Like, this is a big cemetery. It's not...
when they surrendered their God-given right to have weapons.
Okay. We'll say that they'll probably come out and they'll be greeted by Dr. Mitchell and probably escorted.
I'm not worried about it.
Get to hell. Yeah, it'll be on Facebook. People have their camera up and shit.
What I'm worried about is these little devil children and what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing to be worried about, I would think. All right, so
I'll deal with the public over here.
give me a shooting roll.
All right, I'll go ahead and spend. I'll spend 2.
All right, cool.
That gave me 7.
7 misses.
Oh.
So you're like, and the kid like fucking moves out of the way.
With a shotgun?
Yeah. Cool. I'm assuming you got vampire killing slug. These are slugs, not.
No. These are buckshot. I said buckshot.
This
buckshot
is
vampire killing.
Buckshot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be more like vampire wounding. If you want a vampire killing, they're gonna be slugs. That'd be like vampire pissing off. That's
Sometimes you just need a distraction.
I'll let you choose, though.
Wait, no. He said bat shot. It's bat shot.
Bat shot.
Yeah. Gets him every time.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah. Buck off.
I'll maintain that it's buckshot. That I would.
All right.
I would be willing to sacrifice some of the stopping power in return for an increased chance to hit.
So what we will do is say that you hit all 3 of them with limited effect.
And probably Evan, because I'm right there.
Well,
No, because you used your momentum to kind of go through them.
Okay.
And throw the one. So he had a clear shot because you gripped and went by.
Okay.
As you were going.
Thanks.
So yeah. So
Appreciate
no
that.
problem. Yeah. So yep. So yeah. So you hit all of them, but it's going to have limited effect.
No, that's perfectly fine. Also, this isn't a bad time to experiment with some different approaches. My buckshot.
Right? Yeah, like east, west, north.
Yeah,
different approaches. All right, Johnny.
All right.
Are you going into the wooded area?
Yeah, I was. Do I see like a vampire fly out and like turn to dust and then another?
No, that went the other direction. That's why you rolled a d6.
Johnny, remember there's a hacksaw in the pram.
How big is this brushy area? Like, are we talking like 10 feet across or like 100 feet across, or?
It's probably like 30 or 40 feet across.
Okay. So basically there's this forested area with a lot of low brush that you can't see through. And I hear a shotgun go off.
Mm-hmm.
And I also hear like someone throwing the body of something fleshy and large. And maybe it turning into like basically disintegrating sunlight.
Well, you probably don't hear that per se. I'm not sure what.
Does it make like a little scream? Go,
Is there a little sizzle?
Is it like a
it sizzles. It doesn't scream. It didn't have a throat.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I ripped it out as he chucked it. So.
When I hear the gunshot, I'll move faster.
Right.
So I'll run.
Oh yeah, you're there. You're there.
Right.
You see.
What do I see?
You see Tesla kind of standing in front of you, with just taking a shotgun shot with his probably hip, I would say, because you don't have a shoulder stock on it. You sawed it off.
Yeah.
So there's 3 children. They kind of like moved a little bit. You could see the Lily sword kind of glinting in the dirt a little bit. What looks like the remains of look, they've been feeding on Lily's body for a good day and a half. And you see Evan kind of superhero pose facing towards you, maybe about 10, maybe 5 to 10 feet on the other side.
Probably one of the few times that Johnny's ever seen him like on the verge of like a physical transformation, right? His cheekbones are weird and his eyes are like just flaring, and yeah, he's
absolutely.
All right, vampires. I will pull out my vampire shot 15 round semi-automatic pistol, and I will fire into the 3 clearly vampiric children, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Can I get auto shot, or is it just one shot at that?
You can. So you can auto shot, and since you have the gun cherry, you can automatically hit one of them for sure with the gun cherry.
I'm going to save the cherry for the big vampire and the magnetic gun.
Okay.
Thank you.
I have the gun cherry too, and that's what I was thinking. I'm like, I could use it.
So your gun cherry actually won't work on the magnetic gun because that's a weapon. It's not.
Okay, fine. I'll use the gun cherry.
Heads up on that.
I'll use the gun cherry. So what do I roll?
Well, you could use the gun cherry later. I'm okay with that. I'm just saying, like.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll save the gun cherry.
It doesn't work on the magnetic gun.
I'll just fire. So how many? What do I roll?
I mean, you just roll a dice for your shot, for your shooting.
All right. I will add. I'll add 2 to my shooting.
Got it. So do you want to split them like one shot?
Sure. 4 plus 2 is
the whole thing.
4 plus 2 is 6.
Right, but you got 3 targets.
Okay, you want me to roll 3 times?
Yeah, you have to roll.
Okay, I'm sorry. I wasn't here.
So do you want to spend that 2 points over to the 3? Like, how do you want to distribute that?
Oh,
2
shit.
points?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll spend 3 points, one point each. So what did I just roll? I can't remember.
Yeah, it was.
You rolled a 6.
Yeah, it was 4. It was 4.
Oh, no, I rolled a 4 plus 2. I think.
You rolled a 4.
That's 6. Yeah.
4 plus 1 though.
Yeah.
Because now I'm dividing the 3 points over 1.
Yeah. That's fine. So it would be a 5.
Okay. Second one.
Right. So the 5 misses.
3. And the last one is a 5. Oh, so all the shots miss.
So all shots miss. So bang, 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 and all of the children have a higher hit threshold than that. So they're out of your way. They're like, bang, bang, bang. You've never seen Johnny miss. So that's eye-opening.
It's hard to shoot children. They're smaller.
It is hard to shoot children. They are, especially vampire children, because they are a little fast.
Yeah.
All right.
One of their benefits, they're a little quick. Have you ever tried to catch a toddler? That's just normally hard.
Especially when you're wearing a leaf blower. It's crazy.
Yeah, right? Have you ever tried to catch them while wearing a leaf blower and holding a clipboard and shooting all at the same time?
But if they all jump in the same time, I can always, hit the vest, and that'll be that.
Johnny pauses and thinks to himself. He says, "Out of all the children I've murdered, this is probably these are probably the 3 hardest.
These are the 3 most annoying."
So,
how do you shoot women and children? It's a terrible line.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. My dice are gone off my desk, and the only thing I use them for is on this stream. And my dice are literally gone.
They're like,
here you go. Here, take this one.
Alrighty, thanks. Okay, I appreciate that. That's a 3. All right, not a problem. So that's the one that is charging Evan. So he'll roll a 3. All right, and so Evan, what's your hit threshold? So I don't know what it is off the top of my head.
Where is hit threshold?
Yeah, it turns
Top
out.
Top right.
It turns out. Let me just make sure something, because what's this calculated off of? Just off the top.
Jesus, you ask me a loaded question.
My hit threshold is not filled in. Oh.
Yes.
Well, I guess you're easy to hit then. Probably because you're old.
It does say full cover +1, exposed -1.
So my hit threshold was 4, but do you have a hard to hit that was based on athletics? I think.
Yeah, he can make it harder to hit anyway. Let's see. We better look that up real quick.
Your hit threshold, difficulty, it's athletic. Okay, so if your athletic rating is 8 or more, where is it? Hard to hit. Yeah, if your athletics is 8 or more, is it? Where is it? Sorry,
so
guys.
Keep in mind you could spend average points to raise athletics.
Yeah. Trying to.
So are you going for?
I'm gonna spend. I'll spend. So if I spend 2, then that puts me in a hard to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so otherwise it's 3. So that would
that'll
raise
stick
me to
for
4.
that'll stick for the scene.
Okay, I'll do that then. Yeah. Yep. It's a good way to spend. So that'll put me at a 4 as opposed to a 3. Everybody else's, I guess, is 3.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, probably.
Unless we're doing thriller rules. It's like all kinds of other cool stuff. Yeah.
Well, we are doing the thrillers, all that other shit. So.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like the baseline is 3.
So I throw this one, and I kind of look back, and then there's one just like at me.
Yeah.
Shit.
There's one that kind of runs over to you. 2 run at Tesla. God, I don't want D6. I really can't function without these.
Everybody write this down. Byron Wingate is without dice.
I am without dice, dude. I
How
don't
does
even
that
know
happen?
how.
He's checking the bloody tree stump now for
They're
dice.
literally on my desk.
I have dice
I bet
in my
one of those
car.
crow in your background stole it. Or was that a raven?
Oh, I got dice. Here we go.
Don't you use some kind of weird weighted dice that always rolls 6? Don't do that.
His
I'm
emergency
not
dice
doing that,
cache.
dude.
He
Yeah.
broke glass.
I do. No, I have this really nice dice box that Bridget Jeffries got me.
Oh, Bridget Jeffries.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's really nice.
She's about to do a thing on the 8th, by the way, Byron. I got to talk to you about. She's gonna get with us. She's gonna get with us and talk about the con. Yeah. It's an office hours.
What day of the week is it?
I don't know. We'll talk about it later.
Okay, cool.
I think it's a Wednesday.
You like threw me off. All right. Oh,
The one
one
is
got you for sure. So, Tesla, would you like to spend any of your avarice points on armor today?
You know what? I was about to say something.
Right. How many would you like to spend?
It's time for Rhino Hide.
Rhino hide.
All right, there's
Rhino
a
Oh, damn, you're going
Roll
5? Woo!
What's in the pram? Buck off. It's time for Rhino Hide.
I'm going
All right.
6. That's actually 6.
All right, so
Time for Rhino Hide. It's too good.
it's 5. 5 for Rhino hide.
Well, it's
Do you remember your Rhino died for
It's
that?
only 5. So, all right. So, so this child jumps on Tesla, begins ripping. You see it rip open the sleeve of his maintenance overalls, and it goes to bite into his thing, and you just see him like ripple out, dude, and it just like pink in this like little like armored plate kind of. No, it doesn't. It's not like that. But it does make it hard for him to bite you, and is unable to pierce your skin with his teeth.
Rhino
The other one
Hide,
kind of
roll
jumped
out.
at you and landed in the underbrush, exposing itself, not in that way, but exposing itself by line of sight to Johnny.
Oh. All right. Let me know when I can take a shot.
It is your shot.
All right. I will spend a remaining point and try and shoot. I have to roll at least a 5, I guess. Ugh. I rolled a 3. I miss.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you missed. So
I'm not good at shooting children. That's
you're
just-
not. It's hard for you. I understand.
It's reassuring, really.
It is. Maybe you need to spend some reassurance on yourself to reassure you that shooting children is not a bad
No, I probably just need new glasses.
That too. That's also true. Your prescription, it's time to upgrade to the trifocals now that you're like 82. So, all right, Evan.
So all this shooting's going on. This one's jumping at me. That's probably my most immediate worry.
Mm-hmm. One is on Tesla.
But
The
one's
other one is
one's about to attack me, or can I like what's that?
one's over towards you. It's like
Yeah, so it's like hissing. So I kind of want to zip over and clear Tesla. Like I don't need that kind of complication in my life. So I think, because no one can shoot him right safely. So I want to grab him, and if I can, I'm gonna. How far is it into the sun from the bushes? I think it's not very far, right? It's 20
no,
feet.
because you guys are in, so it's about 30 feet across. So you got a 15-foot diameter or 15-foot radius.
Yeah. So I'm gonna run like full on and just fucking scoop this thing off Tesla and run it out into the sun and see what happens while I'm just like, hi little fella kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah. So that's going to require a decent to hit to kind of snag it off him, because it's kind of got Tesla kind of grappled.
That's
it's
hand
trying to chew on him.
Hand to hand?
Get off.
Yeah, I'd be hand to hand
All right,
for sure.
I'm going to spend 3. And,
Okay.
well, let's see what I roll before I say anything snarky to it. I don't want to be that guy. So, fucking shit. Oh, damn. I rolled a 6, and I'm spending 3, so that's 9.
Cool, that's 9. That's enough to snag it. Yeah, see.
Take comfort in knowing you'll greet your master in hell, and I throw him out of the fucking sun. Hopefully he doesn't just land and look at me and laugh. Like,
so give me a d6 roll real quick.
5.
Okay, so so Dr. Mitchell is like, yeah, there's nothing to see over here. And like the people like turn away just at the time that you come dashing out of the woods carrying the child, and it's just like fizzles and shit like you're cooking a steak on your chest. And some flames there, kind of smoky, ashy. It's kind of unsettling a little bit because you realize that maybe at some point this could affect you. I'm
like, I think I'm spitting ashes out.
Yeah, there's like ashes in your mouth. Like you sprinkled an ashtray in your face.
Are these mine or?
But another part of you really likes like the mesquite odor coming from ashes. So
I scream the comms, like not even thinking about the fact that they'll hear me over the comms. The sun is the key for them. Get them to the sun. And I charge back in.
Roger that.
When it's my turn anyway, I go back.
Okay. Not a problem. So, what's their turn? Oh, is it?
Tara, that's not fair. You can't put shit like that.
No, Tesla, you didn't get that.
I don't think I got to.
Yeah, it's you first.
Did I go this round?
Yeah, you're still dealing with the people.
Oh, okay.
Yep. You got one more round to deal with people, and then you're done. That'll be 5 rounds. Since you already got the people in the building out.
Let me see. So I believe so Evan literally just ran through like a drive-by vampire.
Yeah, he did like a drive-by vampire hit
and pulled pulled her off of me.
Yeah. He did the Biggie Smalls, just kind of came by him.
That's pretty legit.
Okay.
Well, since I'm not good at actually close range combat, I don't know how Evan became so good at it. I'm going to go ahead and
different lineage.
That's true. I guess so. I'm gonna go ahead and shotgun blast.
So it does occur to you that you haven't tried to use your vampiric powers of draining on another vampire.
Didn't I try to use it on Evan?
You did on Evan, but not somebody of lineage Dracul.
You know what? That is too tempting of a
right?
Ruby snack.
Little baby already needs to die right here.
Yeah, well, and I did spend a lot of aberrance points real quick.
Doesn't require to hit roll.
Yeah. So
I'd be amiss if I didn't educate you on these things.
Oh, why not? Like we're still a little experimental here. So I'm gonna slowly start walking towards it, and I'm just gonna be like, my eyes just wide open, just like almost like a silvery gleam coming across them, as I just focus in on it, whatever life force it has.
Capri Sun.
Trying to connect myself to it.
A different kind of slurping sound emerges from the costume.
A Tesla snack attack.
Oh, all right. So, how many aberrance points did you spend so far? You spent 5 for the rhino hide, right?
6 total.
6 total.
Yeah, because
it attempts to make like a health roll basically to try to prevent you from doing this to it, and it fails miserably. And it's literally like you're at the bottom of the cup, dude. You're like,
okay, that's awesome.
So the problem comes in that it has more health points than you have used aberrance points, and so you get full before it's drained completely, but it fucks it up pretty bad.
It's like Monty Python's Meaning of Life, where the dude eats too much and winds up barfing everywhere. Is it like that?
Yeah, something like that. So, but you do know you could spend some more points to free yourself up to be able to do that. So.
That's true.
All right. So that one kind of is not liking the fact that you're able to do that. And it attempts to move. It is actually suffering some reductions to its speed and stuff like that from its modifiers that it now has due to you drinking it like a ways. I'm not going to say how far you drank it because that'd just be wrong.
Right.
But it is going to leap at Johnny, and it kind of lunges, but it just looks like it doesn't have enough energy to kind of get momentum. It's definitely moving much slower. And Johnny, you're up.
Can I use my hand-to-hand to do a counterattack and try and maneuver it into the sunlight?
Yes, that might be a little difficult. You're more towards the center of the area, so it's a little harder for you to maneuver at 15 feet. I don't think you could get it actually into the light.
I'm gonna try.
You do know, like, it's pretty obvious that it's not moving near as fast as it was, and so you would probably be able to shoot it a lot easier than the other
Well,
shots.
if it's coming right at me, I'll
It's
hand-
trying, but it's failing.
I'll do hand-to-hand and I'll stake it.
Okay, got it.
All right. I spend 3 points.
Oh, damn.
I roll 4, so it's 7.
Cool. So you reach over and you're just like stake, and you just stake the damn thing right in its I roll d6. We'll say
Right in its stake place.
Yeah, we'll say 1 through 5 is body, 5 is the
I
head.
roll. Try again. I roll 4.
4. So right in the body, center mass, stake. It shrivels and
I twist the stake as it goes.
It shrivels and dies, but it does not turn to ash.
I will, if I can, drag it over the sunlight and drop it there.
Yeah.
Does it turn to ash then?
Oh yeah, if you drag it out in the sunlight, it'll turn to ash.
I mean, we don't want these things, right? They're not really
Right.
used to us. Okay.
All right, so that would be. Did you just ignore the one that was in your face?
That was
Evan?
the one in my face, I thought.
No, Evan.
Oh, sorry.
When you went after the one at Tesla, you just ignored the one that was in your face.
I
Right?
did.
Dr.
Yeah.
Mitchell, you are up. You can do something besides. It looks like you cleared the cemetery of any people, to your knowledge.
How far away am I now from the cast?
We're gonna say you're not that far away. You could easily have proved.
We got one left.
There is one left in the trees. Yes.
Hey, doctor, you haven't killed your child yet. You got to join the club.
I'm gonna get my holy water propellant.
Oh yeah.
Contraption
A super
out.
soaker.
You can hose that fucker down. Like,
I'm gonna use it to also to try and drive it back. Drive it into the sunlight.
all right. Yeah. So you're gonna drive it out of the thing and into the sunlight.
Yeah.
That's relatively easy to do, believe it or not. So, I mean, I'm not going to make you roll for like that holy water sprayer.
I mean, it's a lot less dramatic than what all the
Look.
boys are doing, but
Yeah, but I mean, it's pretty cool. So I just picture the thing as like hissing at you, and you're like spraying it, it's backing up, and it's like spraying it again, and it backs up, and eventually it can't back up anymore without going into the sunlight. It's more scared of the holy water than it is the sunlight, and so it backs up, and it realizes its back starts sizzling and stuff as you spraying it, and its face is sizzling because the spray is getting on it, and it's just kind of like it just can't choose between the two, and eventually you just like push it out into the sunlight.
If you
And
guys,
when it falls, I take the super soaker and I go,
And can I just say, all the cool stuff?
Nice.
Johnny basically has a sharpened stick. That's what he used. Okay, it's not
Yeah.
something- I'm just saying.
Well, and a
used
few
the squirt
gunshots.
gun.
There's been
I'm
gunshots
sorry.
going on.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
Beautiful.
All right, so chances are there have been gunshots. Like there's not a lot of gunshots in London, so
No,
like,
there
you know,
aren't.
there's probably going to be some response from the police within a certain
Shotguns,
amount of
It's
time.
time for us to
Soakers,
bail.
and Evan food.
So as you guys kind of regroup yourself or whatever, do you exit the copse of trees all together? I kind of picture it's like, you know, that group of people that are just like walking, you know, like in a kind of staggered formation, kind of coming out of the trees, you know.
Yeah,
Got Dr.
dragging
Mitchell,
the
like,
Pram
holding
behind
up,
us.
I'll mention the
like,
group.
weed killer,
The weed
like,
sprayer.
I will
Johnny's
mention the
got
group
it.
that when I was standing next to the mausoleum, the door opened on its own, as if someone was inside awaiting us.
Well, that's funny because as you exit the copse of trees, all kind of standing together or whatever, you're facing the mausoleum. And in the doorway is a woman standing in a white shift. And she has long black hair with kind of white streaks in it. Her lips freshly red with blood. And she points to you and she takes her finger and goes like this, kind of waving you on. And that's where we're going to end the stream tonight.
Of course it is.
11:15.
Oh, shit. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. We've been Myth Brigade. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Damn you, Byron.